A werewolf and a vampire move in with a ghost. That just sounds like a setup to a terrible joke or an awesome TV show. Adapted from the British series Being Human, this North American version aired in 2011 on Sci-Fi in the US and the CTV Sci-Fi channel in Canada. And like all good TV shows, it is made in Canada or Australia. That's a Farscape reference if you're not aware. Quick cast rundown. Sam Witwer plays Aidan Waite. Sam Huntington plays Josh Levinson. Megan Rath plays Sally Malek. And Kristen Hager plays Nora Sargent. Set in Boston, Josh and Aidan work at Suffolk County Hospital. They decide to try and, well, be human, to do their best to blend in as just normal run-of-the-mill people. So in order to help each other out, they move in together. They find a house, the whole moving in montage and all that.
I don't need a credit check.
I'm gonna need you to hold it.
And everything is going swell moving in until Josh sees a shadow pass through the living room and up the stairs. They followed up the stairs.
What? Someone's in the house. Where?
Upstairs. Hey, wait. Should we call 911?
You're a werewolf.
Just occasionally.
Useless condition.
To find out that the house is haunted.
Gosh, what? She's a ghost.
Shut up.
You're a ghost.
Sally is the bound spirit trapped in the place where she died.
Sorry, I don't totally have a handle on this. I'm Sally. Hi. Crap.
Wait.
The three of them learn to live with each other. Josh does his best to come to terms with his monthly transformations. Aidan struggles with his addiction to blood and trying to find the perfect balance between what he needs to survive and overdoing it. And Sally is doing her best to learn the ins and outs of being a ghost, all the while navigating what it means to be dead and the mysterious circumstances of how she died. They face one problem after another while doing their best to blend in with human society. For a time, their house really becomes a sanctuary for the three, possibly even four. Spoilers. When everything starts to go back to what passes as their normal, something new always comes up. Whether it's something from Aidan's past, something werewolf related, causing trouble for Josh, or Sally gains a new ghost power and has trouble controlling it in the beginning, not to mention trying to pretend to be human. Through it all, they learn to rely on each other, and honestly, it's kind of beautiful. Josh is the awkward comic relief of the group. He's neurotic, sarcastic, and constantly is on edge from the whole turning into a wolf once a month and all of the heightened senses and everything like that that comes with it. Aidan is your classic brooding vampire, and I mean classic. Tragic backstory? Check. Former killer seeking atonement? Double check. Immortal sad boy energy? Off the fucking charts. But he also has this quite charming aspect to him that makes him hard to dislike, even when he goes all full serial killer mode in the 40s, or was it 20s? Either way, Sally is the heart of the group. She starts off feeling lost and powerless, literally invisible to the world. Watching her find her voice, both figuratively and literally, is one of the best parts of the show. She goes from this bound to the house spirit and struggling with sense of loss to discovering new abilities, growing confidence, and becoming the glue that keeps Josh and Aidan grounded. She balances out Josh's neuroses and Aidan's brooding with humor, compassion, and just the right amount of sass. Being Human had 4 seasons between 2011 and 2014 with 25 episodes. I haven't watched the British version yet, so I don't know too much about the original, but what I do know that the creators of the North American show did their best to make sure it wasn't a carbon copy of the original British version. Also, I don't remember when it was, but during the show's run, the show basically caught up with the British version, so they had to basically improvise the rest of the show. This is one of my comfort rewatch shows. That said, I do have a few issues, but first I have to say, while yes, the CGI is a bit dated, the rest of the cinematography is still stunning. in my humble opinion. And honestly, the dated CGI just feels kind of a funny, nostalgic thing. Kind of, well, I'd say charming in a way, or at least to me. Now, between the cringe acts and the woe is me thing, Josh seems too wrapped up in his own problems to help his friends when they need it the most, even when his friends basically drop everything to help him, at least from what I remember. Although I probably see the cringe moments as sort of a reflection or projection of my own cringe and Josh's actions, so it could just be a me thing who finds it kind of hard to watch sometimes. And then Aidan, a 200 to 260-year-old vampire who works as a nurse in the ER, not my first choice. But hey, who am I to judge? Honestly, to me, it just screams masochist. And to be clear, I'm not complaining. I mean, it does kind of make sense since he's trying to like repent for centuries of, well, being a vampire and everything that entails. But being around all that blood when he's a vampire with control issues, that just seems a tad dangerous and problematic for both Aidan and the patients and everyone around him, I guess. To be honest, I don't really have any complaints about Sally. She's a solid character all the way through. She works well with Josh and Aidan, and her character progression is fantastic, I think. Being human really digs into questions of identity, what it means to be human. It explores themes of addiction, grief, guilt, found families, and trying to build a life while hiding who you really are, which is sad. It's about outsiders carving out a place for them to belong, even if they have to bend the rules of life and death to do it. The show has a very grounded, lived-in feeling to it, even though it's about supernatural creatures. It's surprisingly human. The lighting is often warm and muted, the settings feel like real places, and it never leans too far into the glossy TV fantasy. It's not flashy or action heavy. While it does have some action moments throughout the entirety of the series, it doesn't overdo it in my opinion. It's a character driven drama with just the right amount of spooky moments sprinkled in. So if you haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a long time, I highly suggest watching it or rewatching it. I rewatch it at least once, if not a handful of times a year, if I'm being honest. At the time of recording this, it's on Peacock, Tubi, the thing called Plex or whatever that is, or you could buy it on Vudu or whatever they're calling it now. I'm gonna stick with Vudu. But yeah, each episode on like Vudu, it might even be on YouTube. Anyways, each episode's like $1.99 US, I think. But yeah, that does it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see everyone in the next one.